the second time because I'm trying, you guys. I'm trying to go live, but I think within a week, all of these Wi-Fi issues are going to end. Let's just hope. Now, as I'm waiting for you guys to come in, I want to talk about the ketogenic diet because it is a lost subject. Sit low enough so you can see me. It is so ill-informed. It is so construed and so, just too much protein, not enough fat, people getting sick on it. And somebody made this stupid comment like, like, I'm so tired of this horse stuff. And I was like, no, I'm going to do more lifestyle. I want people to see the day in my life of Steph with keto, with the horse, or any other freaking crazy thing I get myself into. But the ketogenic diet is worth it if you do it the right way. Now, I know vegan people say that stuff, so that's a lot of empty words. Let's talk about what is the right way and why it would be worth it. And yeah, it's good. Okay, cool. I went to AGB, the parking lot. I've got to go real fast because I'm about to go and ride my horse, and we're going to do some cattle rounding up right after this when the sun gets a little bit cooler, or goes down and it gets cooler. So basically, a lot of you guys learn how to do it the wrong way, and how the wrong way is not managing your electrolytes. Now, no one's going to disagree with that, because if you don't get in the balance of your electrolytes, you become chronically dehydrated. Then the fact that you're pushing down too much protein will, all this uric acid and purines has to go through the kidneys. And if you already have a low GFR, you're going to start to have kidney pain. Like a little back pain here and there. Yeah, that's what that is. Now, the shoulder blade pain could be your gallbladder as well. Love the horse stuff. Thank you, Carol. I think it's great. I think that now you finally got me live, and I literally can't go long because I got to go cattle rounding up soon. And I wish I could film that live, but the dang Wi-Fi on that property is the only thing that is not a slice of heaven. But with that said, doing the correct version of a ketogenic diet helps to balance your blood sugar. That's a big problem for everyone, right? It also is working sort of like a GAPS protocol. So you're going to eliminate a lot of these processed foods that you might be having a histamine response to. Now, a lot of people don't know what histamine is, and it literally can be anything that's an inflammatory reaction, like a stomach ache. That's what happened to me with the kidneys. Exactly. Nutrient density is saying that that's what happened to this person. And this is a real thing, that people overconsume protein. It is not normal in nature that nothing's natural anymore, but we'll try to mimic it as best we can. But it's not normal in nature to just eat gobs and gobs and gobs of protein every day. We would have feast and famine. So if your kidney function is low because, you ate a bunch of carbs, or you had oxalates, or your liver is bogged down. A lot of you guys forget. I'm going to do a whole thing about the liver. A lot of you guys do not have a functioning biliary duct system. So that's the plumbing to your liver, your kidney, your gallbladder, and your pancreas. And all of those, oh, that was a text, sorry. All of those can be impacted by the liver being sluggish. So coming from staying up too late, blood sugar imbalance, high blood sugar, insulin sensitivity, resistance. Don't get you. Sometimes when you guys talk live, you say things like dyslexic and you morph it around the wrong way, and people are like, what? That's not the way it is. You're like, oh crap, I said it wrong. Anywho, so people have to consider those things, like their protein is too high, their fat is too low, and then they don't consider their electrolytes and the fact that they're becoming dehydrated, incredibly dehydrated. Doesn't matter how much water you drink. It matters how much sodium to potassium balance that you guys are getting in. And then the magnesium, and then the vitamin D, and then the calcium. A lot of people get these minerals. They don't understand how important they are. So when I keep, meeting people who've had gastric bypass or C-clamp put on their thing, I'm like, you're instantly malnutrition. And we're already battling with leaky gut. A lot of you guys have leaky gut so bad, and allergy symptoms. You may not realize you might have small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or even mast cell activation. Now, if your small intestinal overgrowth gets, yeah, it's awful, like cramps. If your small intestinal overgrowth gets too out of whack with the microbiome, then people often develop MACAs, which is the mast cell activation, and it is a frack of a mess. Seriously. And so people wonder why they develop disease. It really comes from that gut wall. I was dehydrated, always thirsty, and I was always was drinking, especially at night. So that's another thing a lot of you guys don't understand, that just because you drink 5 gallons of water doesn't mean that you're not dehydrated. You can actually dehydrate the cells even more, because the cells can only hold on to so much water, and then they don't. And then you're drinking, you always have cotton mouth. I try to limit protein to 30 grams a meal. That's still too high for a woman. I'm sorry, Miss Tegan. That is like, you got it wrong, unfortunately. As possible, body responds almost immediately when I keep my protein in check. So in check, literally, as a woman, it should be between 14 and about 22 to 24 grams of protein per meal max. Unless you meant per day. Let's see. No, you said 30 grams a meal. No, that's way too much. I mean, even at 28, the body has a hard time. Now, listen, you guys, this is very important. To chew, then digest with low stomach acid and a weak gut wall, and then utilize that protein with insulin sensitivity, which means great insulin, right? Numbers. And then use it for, the amino acids for anything in the body that requires protein. And the body can only work so fast. You can only chew so fast. You can only absorb so fast and utilize that protein. So a lot of that protein that cannot be utilized so quickly, constantly, by eating a bunch of protein, converts back into glucose, and it can be used as energy. People don't understand that. The body can't go faster. You can't make the body go faster, drink a protein shake, eat 12-ounce steak. It's not going to work that way. You eat a 12-ounce steak, watch your blood sugar, go get a blood glucose monitor. And so far, nobody's argued with me on that. They just argue the idea of like, oh, it's good to eat a lot of protein. Well, what if you got low stomach acid? Are you utilizing that protein? No, you're not. Most people do have low stomach acid. They think they have high stomach acid because they're burping up acid, but it's actually low stomach acid in the body. The acids get pushed up here. So, is the ketogenic diet worth it? Yes, it's totally worth it. But you can damage your body if you do it wrong. And that's the reason why it became unpopularized, because people would do it. They would have kidney pain. They would have thyroid issues because now they're not in ketosis because they're eating too much protein. And they'd have adrenal fatigue. Sorry, I'm playing with this because I'm like thinking about how I got to get back. They would have adrenal fatigue. And then, people are like, I thought that the ketogenic diet would help your thyroid. Definitely. And the way it helps your thyroid is to balance your blood sugar. People are like, oh, you need blood sugar for your red blood cells. Well, yeah, you're going to always go through gluconeogenesis to get enough blood sugar for the red blood cells, so your thyroid is fine. But it is like you've got to get up. You got to follow circadian rhythm. I'm not saying anything new, but I'm getting new people that are trying this diet. Now, I've been ketotic for 14 years. I've not cheated once. I just went out to like an early, late dinner with the ranchers that I'm staying with, or that I'm renting from, because I have my RV there and my horse. I'm not staying with them. That was last time. The last people I stayed with that actually were ratchet. And I don't like to bring drama to the stage, but also I don't want to sit there and act like, ooh, I'm a guru and everything's so easy. No, it's not. We all go through BS. We all do. Whew. Y'all know that Thunder got sick. He's doing amazing. I'm going to do a video on that. So for those who don't like that, go watch another ketogenic diet person who's going to give you the wrong information. I'm just saying. Oh, okay. How it's done is so critical. You got to be super disciplined, and you've got to get the right macros for your individual body, or else you'll develop a weaker gut wall, or you'll develop more low T3, or hyperthyroidism, or a high TSH, or more adrenal fatigue, or your hair starts falling out. So you can use a ketogenic diet and you don't have to do a lot of cruciferous vegetables. You can do moderate to low, like for those who want to do carnivore. And that's a whole nother subject. I'm going to dive into that. Did carnivore for almost a year. Then I kept trying to do like an avivore, which is avocado carnivore. And then I was like, no, dude, no. I want nice poo-poo. It's not the fiber, it's the prebiotic fiber that the probiotics grow on. You don't need fiber to poop. If you do, there's a problem, right, with motility. And there's 20 reasons why there's a problem with motility. One is low stomach acid. Two is candida overgrowth and pharmaceuticals like birth control pills, HRTs, and guys who are taking tea. Horrible guts, horrible livers, but that's a whole other subject. Okay, now I'm going to answer your questions and bounce. Okay, any supplements you recommend? Yes, magnesium glycinate. Boom. Well, there's more if you've got, it depends what your issue is. You've got gallbladder, you can do glycine, taurine, TUDCA, oxbile, lemon water. If you've got sensitivities to everything that's like avocados and meat broth, not bone broth, meat broth, then you can do potassium citrate. If you have a histamine to that, you would do bicarbonate, low amounts. And let me see, Dr. Andre Hines says, hey, Steph, thanks for all of the info. I'm 3 weeks into keto, love you and keto. Yes, keto's amazing. I've tried out everything. I've done the standard American diet back in the day. I tried low carb, high fat before I actually did keto. And I've tried carnivore, and I've done keto carnivore, and I've done all of this stuff. And keto, omnivore, you know, I don't have to do gobs and gobs of plants, is the best, because plants have toxins and poisons. I'm going to interview the husband. This dude's a genius when it comes to cattle and farming and plants. A diet without fiber will lead to colon cancer. Not necessarily. That's not necessarily true. Because if you were hunter-gatherer and you didn't have a weak gut wall, and you were Inuit or Maasai, you would not have cancer. So that is too blanket of a statement. And I know that because I've been online forever. You got to be careful what you say and how you say it, and the context, and everything is contextual. Let me see. Since I added back some carbs, no longer drink at night, sleep better. That's because you were probably super dehydrated. Now, I don't need carbs. Don't need carbs. I wasn't fat adapted. Oh, okay. That's why. Okay, gotcha. Our digestive enzymes, good for the short term. If you take them too long, your body doesn't produce its natural balance of protease and lipase, and you get messed up. So do it for like a bottle. That might be last you 6 weeks or 90 days or even like 4 weeks, and then get off. Do not stay on digestive enzymes. You've got to encourage your hydrochloric acid to balance. You've got to get your diamine oxidase to start, you get that pancreas working properly, and get DAO to start being like, eat thymus. I keep saying this, thymus and kidney all day, but thymus. Let's see here, it makes sense. I'll try adopting, or to say dropping it down, thanks. Yes, please drop it down. Up your fat. A lot of people need to start at 200 grams of fat. It's more important about the fat and the protein with the ketogenic diet, and then the vegetables would give you a little bit of potassium, but really it's that prebiotic fiber. For some reason, without it, diamine oxidase drops. Okay, why is my phone going off? I'm sorry, guys. Let's see here. I do low carb, 40 to 70 grams. That's too low. If you're doing low carb, high fat, LCHF, it should be between 80 to 100. Be very, very careful, because you're not ketotic, and that 70 grams is a little on the low side. Or would you say something to something? I try to limit my that 40 is too low. It's too high for keto, too low for low carb, high fat. I'm trying to keep my protein about 70 grams a day. If you're a woman, no, if you're a woman, it should be more like, it depends on how active you are and how tall and how big and all that. But I'd say between 45, if you're like 5 foot tall, or 4 foot something, to about 5'7", 5'9", to about 55, maybe 60 max. Otherwise, it's too much protein. We don't need as much protein. We're eating it every day, people. The Inuit ate fiber. Sometimes they didn't. They couldn't eat fiber when they weren't always eating roots. Sometimes they would bury the fat, ferment it, and eat it, and only eat fat. So you're wrong about the Inuit. Okay, BT and HCl, if you don't respond to it, can be good for the short term to get that stomach acid those peptides to start making acid and get you balanced, your stomach all balanced out. I fast only 20 hours a day. Don't do that. Does this put me in ketosis? No. You have to eat high fat. People, this whole, fasting, you make ketones, but your blood sugar is like boom, 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 boom. See, when you don't eat, food is medicine and food is gasoline. People forget that. Hey, half a pound of butter a day for a guy. If you've got a great gallbladder and you're having good quality butter, go for it. But keto is the best diet. Keto omnivore is the best, bar none. All right, guys, I got to go. It's 15 minutes. I got to go and get on my horse and rope some cattle. I'm going to learn how to do that for the first time. I got to get out of this HEB parking lot. The new place I'm staying at is absolutely fantastic. Life update, you guys know that I moved here to Texas to start my life over again because California is a Titanic, and I'm not staying over there for no left side of the street nonsense. I'm done. I don't care if I'm a black person. I'm over it. I'm here in Texas, and I am saving my money, looking for the market to drop so I can buy a house and have a couple horses and just live a simple life, and teach people how to be healthy and young in your mid-50s. Yes, because I'm almost 54, and then I'll be 55, and then, you just keep getting older and better. Yes, because I got some energy, at almost 54. Thanks, guys. Exactly, Dr. Andre Hines. Well, I ain't of any party, okay? I ain't of any party, but I ain't of no dumb party either, okay? You can't freaking, take over me and get some mind control. Right away, I was like, oh, snap. And I had to tell people, you guys are freaking in a trance. You need to wake out of it. Wake up. You're cool, you're in Florida. Yeah, these people are so dumb, I can't. I'm sorry. And I'm a black person, so don't. And I was born in friggin' LA County, Compton. So I don't even want to hear it from nobody. Okay, don't even try to mess with me. Okay, grew up with no money. All right, nothing. So ain't nobody gonna try to do nothing with me. Sorry, a little sassy Stephanie coming back, but no, I moved here and I just want to live a simple life, and I just want to be around away from all dumb people and have some amazing animals around me. And just for those who want to learn, I want to teach you guys how to live the healthy life that I feel that I'm living, or that I know that I'm living. On that note, they're probably waiting for me. Gotta go. Thanks, guys. I will do more vlogs when I have time, and I'm not about to cattle ranch, whip up some cattle, whatever they call it. I'm a horse, Thunder, who's doing a lot better, you guys. Thunder got sick. He was stressed. He might have gotten into some bull nettle, but he had a little tummy ache. Prevented him from being able to drink water, so he dehydrated. And I didn't want him to colic, so I moved, and I was in a ratchet place with horrible people and deplorable people, and now I'm staying at an amazing place, and I was smart enough to buy an RV because that's an investment, and I could sell it and put it as a down payment on a new house, and then you guys can watch Steph vlogs. I'm gonna skate. They have a skate park here too. I'm gonna start skating. You guys are gonna see me skate for the first time. All right, guys, because I used to be a pro skater. I'm out. Peace.